Well, I apologise, I look like the Grim Reaper, but I've got my night vision on. I had to update you because it's really exciting stuff. You know, there were fish out there earlier, fizzing, and looked really, really good. It's in the pitch black now, but the weather's stayed really, really mild for this time of year. I'm definitely knowing that ice is melting for sure. It looks absolutely perfect. I've had a couple of potential shows. There was some swells out there, you know, in the last hour or so. And there's definitely life in the lake. You know, it looks smack on, and I've got to get a bite. You know, it just looks absolutely perfect. You know, winter fishing for me is so rewarding. There's no one on the banks. They're all tucked up in bed. We're drinking a cup of tea, watching Coronation Street. Don't get me wrong, I love a bit of Corrie, but you know, while the banks are empty and there's some big carp to be had, I'd much prefer to be here. Winter fish are so rewarding, especially big ones, you know. There are big weights at this time of year and they look amazing in their winter colours in that gin clear water. It's really a rewarding time of year for me, and I absolutely love it. We're out there doing it. And hopefully I'm going to get something. You never know. I don't want to go to bed, you know. It's great weather. I am though, because I'm going to go to work in the morning, unfortunately. But we'll see what happens. If I catch something, well, I'll let you know either way. Looks like the perfect evening, really. Hopefully, we'll have the perfect end to it. We'll see. I'm certainly not going to be any Michael fish. One, because I haven't caught any fish. Two, because I make a pretty poor weatherman. That ice that I was telling you about, that I really thought would melt, has actually increased, and half the lake now is frozen. It's absolutely freezing this morning. There's a northeasterly blowing, and it's bitingly cold. And all that confidence I had of catching in the night soon drained out because it turned really freezing. Unfortunately, I think it might freeze this week. Don't want to sound downbeat, but you know, I really thought I had a chance last night. You know, there was a couple showing, there were bubblers when I got here, and you know, I like to maximise my chances when I see them like that. You know, I really felt like I should have caught something, and I haven't, which is a bit gutting, really. But there you go. That's winter fishing. You know, you can't always catch, and I guess that's part of the challenge. You know, that's the cat and mouse and carp angling, especially in the winter. But you know, it's not overly stocked, this lake. You know, there's sort of 75, 80 fish in here, which is enough to go for in the winter. But you know, they're not going to be calling up your lines, so you've got to get it spot on to catch. And for whatever reason, I didn't have it spot on last night. You know, I'm using rigs that I've got utmost confidence in, but just nothing. You know, I was up at first light looking, didn't see a thing, wasn't comfortable, you know, it was cold, and it still is. I've got to go to work now, because it's, you know, it's time. I've got lots to do, I've got loads of articles to be writing up today. So, I'm going to quickly put some bait in before I leave, reel the rods in, get back on that A14 and head for home. But I'll be back next week as long as the temperatures don't drop too much and it freezes, and hopefully I'll be one step closer to a winter whacker. Fingers crossed anyway.